What's up YouTube, you're watching SuperTogito. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. I'm actually very annoyed right now, and very happy I guess, because they released the Dupe system. It's out, it's completely ready to use. There's also some other stuff, some Dragon Ball Fusion stuff, which actually, I'll get onto why I'm annoyed now. I'm very annoyed, in fact, fucking pissed off to be quite honest, because I actually recorded like a 45-minute video talking about Dragon Ball Fusions, all the stuff on here. The Rising Dragon, whatever it is, banner thing, all the hidden potential stuff which we're about to talk about properly now. I recorded like a 45-minute video for it, and then my mic decided, like while I was listening to it afterwards, my mic decided, no, I'm going to just keep cutting in and out. So I've had to scrap that, and I'm redoing it. Like, this is me redoing it now. So yay, really fun for me. But yeah, anyway, they dropped the hidden potential system, which is the sort of dupe system thing that I've talked about briefly every now and again, or mentioned it to friends and stuff. Allows you to level up your characters basically to increase their stats and things, with different coloured orbs to level them up, that increase their stats, like their attack, HP, and defense. Also give them where does it talk about it? Roadblocks. Now here, also give them additional skills and things like additional attacks, critical hits, dodging, things like that, which is really cool. So there's that. This is where you use the dupes for them to unlock roadblocks. There are 4 per character, so 4 dupes and the actual character. So 5 copies of each character basically. Unlocks all the roadblocks, so you can get all the little skill nodes and everything. This is where you can reverse Dokkan them to get your character to the point where you can feed in original dupes, like without having to Dokkan Awaken everything, because that could be really, really annoying and consume tons of Zenny and medals, which is not fun for everyone, of course. These are the items you use, the incredible hourglasses, or just hourglasses, I guess, to like reverse them essentially. It's a thing done like Whis, he sort of like reverses time sort of thing, and that's how it's done in game basically. Yeah, sorry if I seem like I'm going over this really, really quick. I didn't really want to have to do this again, but the quality of the previous video, visually great, it's doing everything perfectly fine, but the actual, what's it called? The actual audio is just shocking. It's so unbelievably shocking, and it's seriously annoying. So that's why I'm redoing it, and like, my level of being pissed off is so fucking triggered right now. It's insane. But anyway, so this is where it just tells you it doesn't require any Awakening Medals or Zenny to reverse Dokkan Awaken them, and that's where you bring them back up to their TUR status or whatever it is, you know, where you can like their most powerful form. So like, you take them down to feed in dupes, and then, or identical characters, whatever you want to call it, then you reverse Dokkan Awaken them to bring them back up to what they were before, basically. So instead of me just talking about it like that, I'm actually going to go ahead and do some to show you what happens and how it's done and everything. As you'll see, or when I press on them, I actually, because in the video I did some things on SuperTogito here, and then after the video, while it was sort of rendering and exporting and stuff like that, I basically did some stuff with some characters, like you'll see here. I did a load down here with SuperTogito and stuff, because I had one dupe, but he's already super attack level 10, so I just went straight for this bottom right tree, which is the best one. If you have a maxed out or decently high level of super attack, if it's not, then go for the top left, because that doesn't require any super attack requirements, anything like that. Basically, I did all this because I thought I'd be fine. No, turns out I've got to do it again, so I have to do it with another character. That's fine. So I did it with SuperTogito. I did some things with, where is he? Gogeta as well. More or less the same path, because he's also super attack level 10, and I had one dupe, so like I said, you know, do one path. And I did Gotenks as well. He, unfortunately for me, is super attack level 1, but for some reason I still did this path, so I sort of screwed myself over. Hopefully I'll get some dupes when the ticket banner comes out, which, by the way, has also been obviously fully announced. It comes out for me next Tuesday, I believe, which is the 4th. When I say next, I mean this coming Tuesday, and the tickets have dropped for it and everything. Like, I have mine. I'm not going to say how many I have, because, you know, I just don't want to say. And oh, 420 attack, look at that. And yeah, so when that comes out, I'm hoping to do a series of videos maybe on that. I'll probably do more than one, because, you know, I have quite a few tickets, I'll say. So There's probably going to be more than one video, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, this is what I did with Gotex anyway. Who can I do? I could do with this guy actually. I'm trying to think because so when the Intel Demigod leader, which is basically Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, when he comes out, or Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, whatever you want to say, when he comes out, this here, this Vegeta gets a Dokkan Awakening. So does, if I can actually, I've not got. So does the Strength one and the AGL one. I don't have the AGL one, and my Strength one hasn't been awakened, so I can't use the dupe system with him. That's an important note. You can only do the dupe system things in terms of hidden potential and well, okay. Okay, I'm getting all the notifications now. Definitely. Whatever. So you can only do it on characters that have been awakened, essentially. So you are and above characters. You can't do it on lower ones. So you can do it on Super Strike characters, which is really cool. You can also feed in dupes, which again, like I said, is really, really cool. It's going to make them even stronger for doing those, though, for doing like LR Goku and stuff like that, which I've not done. And yeah, I'm completely waffling, so forgive me, but you know, whatever. So we'll do this Vegeta because he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna get a Dokkan Awaken. So, and I got one dupe, you'll see it up here. I did this path, the top left, because he's a super attack level 2, I believe. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you what's going on. So you have the different types of skills up here, all these up here and stuff. So this one here is combo attack, which is essentially an additional attack, and it has a chance to be a super attack, which is really cool. This one, critical hit, ignores defense, and highly effective against all types. It makes the character a bit like Super Gogeta, in where whenever he hits character with any attack, he does, like, he ignores defense, well, not ignores defense necessarily, but he ignores the type advantage, so he does more damage, which is really cool. This is an evasive, or dodge, whatever you want to call it, so it has a chance to dodge an enemy attack. It says there enemy attack, so I'm assuming both regular and super, but from what I've seen, it's only been super, so we'll just see. It's a very rare chance, though. Even when you max out, it's like a maximum of like 5%, something like that. It's because, to be fair, if you could dodge every attack, you'd be unstoppable all the time, like, you know, so there's going to be a low chance. So this one is type attack boost, so it increases the effectiveness you have in terms of attack against units you're effective to. So like it says there, that's a bit confusing, but like it says there, if an AGL unit attacks an STR unit, then it does even more damage than just its type advantage. So yeah, hopefully that is slightly somewhat clearer. And this is similar but for defense. So if an AGL unit is blocking an STR unit, then you take even less damage when this is increased. So yeah, this is like another super attack level. So, like, you know, super attack boost, it just increases the amount of damage a super attack does, but it doesn't affect any additional effects like chances to stun, stuff like that. And then this is the last one, recovery boost. So this basically gives it so whatever character you're using that has it, if you get, so for instance, we'll go AGL again. If an AGL unit gathers AGL orbs, then you basically gain health. I mean, I probably made that more complicated than what it says right there. What's it say? Slightly raise the amount of HP recovered when obtaining a key sphere that matches the character's type. So basically, it's like Buhan, but you have to get the same color orb as the character, if that makes it clearer. So so that's all that said and done. We'll go ahead and start doing some things. So you'll see here, I can increase basically this Vegeta's health by 20 with 5 of these small orbs. There are 3, if I can press on one of them, there are 3 different types. Like you can see there, when I hover over that, it shows that getting that node, which will give him a type attack boost, is going to cost me 20 small of the orbs, 10 medium, and then 1 large. So you'll see as you go along, they cost more. So that one's 50 small, 25 medium, and 3 large. So you'll see that, you know, the better things cost more essentially. So you can't, you know, you have to sort of farm the orbs and things, which you can do as well. There are special events on right now which are going to soon rotate throughout the different days. You know, like, so Monday is usually the AGL day, where you get, you know, the awakening medals and stuff, and And you get the Super Strike characters, and then Tuesday is the Tech one, and Wednesday, so on and so forth. So they'll rotate a set eventually, but right now it's you can do the event once per day, and you've got all 5 available right now at least. That'll probably be for the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, while the 150 million downloads event is currently going on. Although it's not started yet, it starts soon. So it's probably going to start on the 3rd of April, which I think is Monday, I believe. Well, for me anyway, in the UK it's Monday. So here we are, just going through, leveling up, increasing, stats and such. I probably won't do too much because I don't want to spend too many on this guy. I either want to be saving my physical orbs, because each of the 5 types has their own coloured orbs. So this one obviously is using the orange or yellow, whatever colour you want to call it, orbs, because he's physical type. Obviously an AGL would use blue, Tech would use green, stuff like that. So what was I going to say? I don't want to do too many on this guy because, for instance, someone like me who follows what other YouTubers do on JP, I also play a bit of JP, but not too much. People may know that there are some really good units coming out in the short while, in the new meta, basically, when we get the new Super Saiyan 4s come out, and basically the people are calling them Neo God leads, which just means new God leaders, basically, but that's not really what they are. Some people are calling them Super and Extreme God leaders because that's really what they are. For instance, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, this is a spoiler for anyone if they don't want to hear it, so skip it or whatever, or turn off and mute, whatever it is. But basically, Super Saiyan 4 Goku he's the new, or he's going to be one of the new strength or STR leaders, basically, but he doesn't do all strength units like Omega Shenron does. Super Saiyan 4 Goku only does super strength units or super STR units. So when you Dokkan Awaken and in the little corner, so for instance on this Vegeta, you can see it up here, you can see just there where it says like physical or Fizz, whatever, PHY, Phi. It also says super at the top there as well. That basically means he's a good guy. So super are the good guys, and then when they say extreme, that means they're the villains. And most people are probably twigged onto that. But basically what happens is when those new leaders come out, like the Super Saiyan 4s and Final Form Cooler and Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, when they come out, it splits the attributes. So you'll then, if you pull those units, of course, many people won't, and that's the sad truth. Maybe even I won't, and I really hope that's not the case. But it's just how it is. When they come out, for instance, people who get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they're going to be running, or they're going to be running a team fully of super STR units, because you're going to get the stat boost for all of them, and the stat boost is insane. It's not just the 3 key and plus 70% attack, HP and defense. It's actually much better than that with these new, like what they're calling Neo God leads. I'm probably going to call them, I'm probably going to call them Super and Extreme leaders, probably, because Neo God leads, the title of that is sort of triggering some people on the Reddit, so on the subreddit, sorry. So it's just it's annoying people. But anyway, so the when they're fully maxed out and Dokkan Awakened, the stat boost they give is actually 120% to the same type, not just what's it called? Not just 70%. So the actual descriptions, I can probably get this on screen. In fact, I might do. The actual stat boosts are. So for instance, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the STR one, I'm like mixing all this up, so forgive me if this sounds like, if this is just confusing you. If so, watch someone else's video like Gaming with Talon or Rhyme Style or Nanogenics, someone like that. They'll explain it probably much better than me. But basically, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's leader skill is super STR units plus 3 key and plus 120% attack, HP and defense up, and then he also has extreme strength types, plus 1 key and plus 50% up HP, attack and defense. So when people say running a full super STR team, Okay, you can do that, but you can still run 1 or 2 extreme units. They will get a small boost, but nowhere near the boost that the super units will get. So you can still run them, but it's on those teams it's like ideal to run the super units because they get such a high boost. So you end up with things like near on what 300,000 defense, not defense, HP. So like for instance, I don't know if you've seen people have seen my videos, but in majority of them I have somewhere around 150,000 defense. I keep saying defense, HP for like all the teams, especially STR because they just have like a really high health pool. Yeah, like you get crazy high stat boosts from those leader skills. So that's why people run mono teams. It's sort of pointless to run Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's not pointless because he would still hit really hard, but your HP isn't going to be very good because if you run just Goku, for instance, the Super Saiyan 4 version, but then a team like a rainbow team, so not like all STR units or even just, you know, STR super units or whatever, you're diminishing the buff you could get. You're probably better off in that case running someone like Turles because at least everyone's going to get some form of boost at that point. But part of this game, a lot of this game, because it's actually quite a complicated game in some respects. Lots of people take for granted sort of the knowledge that people have of the game. Realistically, it's quite complicated in the way that, you know, you can build teams or run teams, especially with the new metas that come out. So like when SuperTogito came out, all of a sudden everyone's running mono teams because it's just the best way to go. And then when Vegito Blue and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black come out, which is within probably the next 3 weeks, I will say. I'm not going to stick a timestamp on that, but that seems about what it would be. That's when people are going to shift over, most possibly, to running not mono teams, but rainbow, super, and extreme teams. So, because that's what the 2 leaders do, like they'll separate that out. See, this is great. Like I'll put on. Look, this is just great. See, I've got on there mute notifications or alarms only. I'm still getting all these messages through, which is so annoying. So please forgive that. But basically, while I've been talking, you'll see that I've sort of maxed out this top left-hand skill tree. Or not maxed out, sorry, because I can go further up, but I'm not going to just yet. But you'll see I've gone up. Wow, okay, things are just happening. So yeah, just been moving up the skill tree along here, and oh my goodness, and then here you'll see this is like a special one. So every unit, I'm gonna have to end the video in a sec. But every specific unit has like a free sort of super thing they can get, like a better one, either the combo attack, critical hit, or the evasive. Physical and AGL have the chance to get additional hit, and then strength and tech have the critical hit one here, like a free one that you don't have to use any dupes for because they're all locked behind the roadblocks. And then Intel has the evasive one. So yeah, that's about it. Unfortunately, guys, like I said, I'm gonna have to end the video kind of short there. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry, I'll see you next time.